Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 78 here on season 1. Today, I'm tackling, should I deposit a huge amount into Acorns? Like should you deposit a large amount and then start building up your account, or like should you just start investing a little bit, or if you already have money, should you take more money and just dump it in there, or how should you handle that? Anyway, so this question comes from one of my viewers. His name is Stodium, and before he had asked a different question about what to do with the crash and how you should play the market with that, and I feel like I did a pretty good job on answering that. But his next question is, I'm currently conflicted. I have about 500 or 5,500 in my account, and a little bit like 1,000 extra in my checking. I plan on putting this all into Acorns, so it's already been allocated for that. I've been hearing two different things about what I should do with the $1,000. Number one, so this is one of his options, is to dollar cost average it, which would basically be like down here he says, should I be putting money into Acorns account slowly? I understand the benefits of DCA, and this would what I originally planned on doing, $10 a day maybe or more. Should I make your account? Okay, and then my notes. And then second, people have also been telling me just dump the $100K in there, or the $1,000 in there, not $100K, my bad, in there, and have my money work for me immediately, collecting as much as I can from dividends, etc. Blah 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 blah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the question. So first of all, just based upon his last question, he's only planning on being invested into Acorns for 3 to 4 years. So I think he's trying to grow his account fast. With $10 a month or $10 a day, you're looking at probably, I think, 100 days, and you'll have all your money in there. So it'll be like literally 3 months almost to the point. Which I don't feel like the market's really going to change that much in the next 3 months. So if you plan on doing that, $10 a day, I would try to spread it out a lot longer. But if you were planning on dollar cost averaging, the benefit of dollar cost averaging is that you're going to have less volatility on your account. So you're going to have lower lows or lower highs and higher lows. So you're not going to see as much of this. You're going to see it should be more flatlined in one sense. So that's all I'm saying. First of all, like I said in my other episode, you need to kind of risk analyze how much you're putting into stocks, because I think that's more important with your question than how, like, should you dollar cost average it or should you just put it in? Because my personal opinion is that I would, like, if it was my money, I would just throw it in there because it's already been allocated for Acorns. So based upon my idea of just throwing the $1,000 into Acorns to collect those dividends, like you said, I think Acorns, you'll probably see some growth still, as long as you have enough allocated into stocks. So if you're in a moderate account, which is 30% into bonds, I think you should be okay. I would even, if you're planning on doing that, I might go to even a moderate or a moderate conservative account. However, with doing that, you're going to see a little bit more volatility, but I would pair that $1,000 with some dollar cost averaging. So I don't know what your like monthly contribution is into your Acorns account, but I would say, if you could make it like $100 a month or something, I would continue to dollar cost average that and then deposit the $1,000 in there. And so you're going to still get the benefits of dollar cost averaging with the high returns of dividends and that kind. And if there's great market growth in the next 3 months, then you're going to get that as well. Pair that with dollar cost averaging. Another idea is for you to deposit like $500 in there. So split it, do 500 one-time investment, and then dollar cost average the next over like the course of the next 3 months. So it would be actually $5 a day, and then that might actually help even better. So it's kind of like playing both worlds. If you cannot make a monthly deposit of like $100 or even $50 or any kind of monthly deposit would actually probably help, to be honest. So I hope that helps you out. I honestly, for my personal opinion, I would just, if I have the money, I would just throw it in there, because that's kind of how I roll. I just love to take risks like that. It's going to be a little bit more risky, but I think that as long as you continue to dollar cost average from that point on, I think you should be fine. I don't see the benefit in dollar cost averaging $1,000 over the next 3 months. I don't really see it. I don't see the market fluctuating all that much, but It's like I said, it's completely up to you. It's your money. You can do with what you want. That's just my comments and my criticisms. However, he also, the best thing about this is he gives me the question of the day. And the question of the day, we'll just go ahead and go off of what Stodium had asked. Do you think asking for someone's name is weird? It's basically asking, what noise should I make to get your attention? No, and I completely agree with that. It's kind of weird, like, what's your name? Like, it's kind of like, in a weird way, like, what's your title? Like, how, in essence, what you said, how do you get someone's attention? So I would say, like, it is super weird that we do that, but I think the way that, like, our world's set up, we have to, because if we all had these, if we just, like, was like, hey, you, and that was what we, like, called everybody, like, hey, you, we would have literally 100 people looking at us, and you would be like, this one right here. Like, so it's like specifying. It's almost like if we went, like, honestly, it's almost like we went to a number system. It was like, oh, you're 0001. Hey, 0001. Like, same idea, same concept, just we use names instead, which are unique to that person. However, it's not as unique because other people have names. So it's like a simplistic but unique version of labeling people. So great question. Anyways, for those of you guys who don't know, I am currently about to start working on becoming a financial advisor or financial planner. So that's going to be awesome. I start taking classes here in 2 weeks. Super stoked about that. I will keep you guys posted. But if you're interested in having some more one-on-one conversation about planning your future, that kind of stuff, I would love to sit down and talk with you. But until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here. No, don't subscribe yet. If you have any questions about Stash, Acorns, Robinhood, business, general investing advice, or Etsy coaching, and post them down below. Totally, like, my brain just, like, totally had, like, a brain, like, glitch right there. Anyways, until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here and check out what the heck is up with my Acorns rebalancing, and then check out this cool video right here. And until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.